Hey, we're here at the Western Alabama State Fair. I've got Johnny Sands here. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Very well. Now, you're promoting this fair, correct?
Yes, actually, I'm the creator of this fair, so to speak.
Well, tell me about that.
Well, a year ago, the JCs had run the fair for many years, and of course, the neighborhood it was in was limited to the kind of crowds you could draw. And I came down to negotiate with them about recreating the fair. Of course, they had some complications and they disbanded. The fairground was no longer available. And so I registered the West Alabama State Fair Exposition with Montgomery, Alabama, with the Secretary of State, and formed a corporation. And I contacted the UCP organization and asked them if they'd like to work with me in conjunction and be my sponsors for the fair. They cooperated. I got the city of Tuscaloosa, the mayors, the city council. I got the PARA, which is Park and Recreations organization, behind me. And I also got the Northport mayor and all the city council there. And I knew we had a chance to have a real winner. And first day of opening, we did have a record-breaking crowd for the first fair in Tuscaloosa, Alabama in many, many, many years. So, kind of proud of the idea, and I was proud to be able to feature Garen Rides here. I have since I took this fair on, I've done some promotional work with their show and put some programs together for them in Tennessee, and I wanted to help them out, and it's a good opportunity for me to have them come and be a part of this fair. And they've done a great job, and I appreciate what they are. The whole family is really working in conjunction to try to make it a bigger and better fair for next year. So,
And that sounds like you've been very hard at work at getting this all together.
yeah,
Now,
well, you know, it ain't where we want it, but we're looking now, and we can see that it's got the power. And this beautiful park you can't beat. And but the real thing is, next year we're going to have country music stars. We're going to have the horse shows, the cattle shows. We're going to have all the agriculture shows invested. We're going to have all kinds of things like demolition derby. We go in the whole 9 yards, beauty contest, everything that you can name that a fair would have. We're going to have some of it here, and so that is going to make a major move in what this fair is going to be. But if we get this kind of crowds now, what are we going to get when we got something to hold them with? So, we're thrilled.
how many rides, because you have quite a few, a very large crowd here, I've seen it. How many rides are you featuring here?
30.
30 rides.
30 rides and attractions. And as you've seen, we got some independents booked in. Dave down on the end with his beautiful, beautiful fun house. One of the nicest ones I've ever seen. And but I've known him for a long time, and I'm glad to have him. We got a lot of independents set up out here, and it's growing. It's growing. We got petting zoos. We got a little bit of, but we need to really increase all the activity for next year, so we can really hold the kind of crowds that we anticipate it will be.
Now, are you anticipating even bringing in some more rides next year to make it bigger?
So probably anywhere from 5 to 10 more rides. So we'd probably run about 40 rides somewhere in that neighborhood. And we want some spectaculars. And several people's asked for things like the pirate ship and roller coasters. And we're going to see what all we can produce and bring up.
Now, what are you doing? Are you mixing it up as far as armbands, tickets? How does that work?
Yeah, we sure do. We have student days where we're going to actually next year bus them in during school. And we work the city one day, county the next. We have 16 schools in this neighborhood, so it's a lot of young people. But yeah, we have special days with the armbands, $5 off. We have some days with $3 off, and we try to rotate it where it works for everybody's concerned. So so far we've had no complaints. We've had no incidents through the Tuscaloosa Police Department. It has been an example of good posture as far as your attitude and direction.
Well, I've been here for over a week now, just after the fair started, and I know you have a winner. I've been out here a long time, and
yeah,
you really have done a great job.
Well, I'm glad you kind of strangely appeared with your strange little fella, because it's a strange situation. We started out, but it's becoming a reality, you know what I mean?
And you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
We've sat here and we were talking, and you're actually really famous in the industry. How did you get your start?
Well, as a young guy, I was a guitar player and singer, and I wanted to go to Nashville to become a star, so I took off to Nashville when I was only in my teens, and of course it wasn't as easy a trip as you think, so I went on out to Hollywood and started working as a professional stuntman. I would get trained and I would do whatever it took. I did death drags off of horses, I did high falls off of buildings, I did motorcycle crashes. I worked with Peter Fonda in a picture called Wild Angels, and I was a stuntman for the actual real Hells Angels from California, and we did that movie. And then I had the good fortune to work with Elvis Presley in a picture called Roustabout. Colonel Tom Parker, he's an old sideshow barker himself, and I worked with Elvis in a picture called Charro. Used to do a lot of the old Wild Wild West. I was Robert Conrad's double, did all of his stunts, and the last but not least, Bill Bixby, the Incredible Hulk, I was Bill's double. I would get thrown off the building or thrown into a wall or crashed up in the car. Bill Bixby would come in, lay down, look like he was turning into it, and then Lou Ferrigno would take over. So, but I worked with artists all over the world. I've toured with the Grand Ole Opry for many years and performed with the Grand Ole Opry. I've had several records that made it into the top 100 charts around the country over the years. And of course, you can always look me up on MySpace or keep up with me through the Carny tank, because we want to support you too. Appreciate the interview and the chance to give you some of this information. And
well, thank you. We appreciate it too.
I'm very fortunate to be around this long. I'm be 65 my next birthday, and all these stunts I've did thousands. I've worked with every charitable organization that I could work with. Children like St. Jude, like now United Cerebral Palsy. I work with Heart Association, United Way, and I've donated a lot of shows over the years. I work with some of the biggest shows in the business, like the Rye Office. Wonderful people to work for. Always appreciate them, and they always appreciated me. Being a stuntman, you can move around a lot because they know if you swing and hang, somebody out like you.
That's absolutely true. You know, I've learned quite a bit being around you here this week, and I've enjoyed myself immensely. I appreciate the opportunity. Where can we see you next?
Well, I'm going to be out on the road with for the winter booking here quick, but we're going to Carrollton, Georgia from here. And then I have a couple of fairs that I'm working on, and hopefully that's another topping on the fruitcake, so to speak. But I'm hoping that all the guys out there is having a good season, because I've got a lot of friends in the amusement business, as the entertainment business. And I know some of us had a scuffle this year, like we have. They've run into a lot of rain. And there's some great people out there just trying to make it, because it's their life. And being an old Kizarny, I just say to all of them, I wish you the best. And I'm not the kind of guy that likes to step on another man's parade. I like to build my own, find my own, and try not to be a knocker or bumper or some kind of a artist that just don't know how to do nothing but follow somebody else's direction. So creative, this is what I like. Creative.
And I can see you are very creative. Well, thank you very much for this opportunity. I appreciate it. Just one other thing, if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, a committee member or something, how could they do that?
They can get me at 615-429-5189. Or you can look me up on, like I said, www.myspace/Johnny Sands. Or you can look me up www.myspace/Johnny Sands Music. Or you can look me up www.JohnnySandsUFOLiveNet.com.